Today we are going to learn mathematical functions, characters, and strings. So mathematical functions is a group of predefined functions in Java, like Java.
Can I just move the board?
Oh, yes, sorry.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So like we can directly use this method. For example, this math.random, it just generates a random number from 0 to 1. And so there are many these kind of methods. For example, we can use math.pi to get pi. We don't have to define it. And
E.
E is like the natural number. The yeah, I forgot his the name, the official name. It's like a natural number usually used in mathematics, like
Seven.
yeah, you can E is equal to 2.718.
So it's like X.
Sorry,
Just like X.
yeah. Have you ever learned that before? No. So there are also different type of other methods, just similar to mathematics, except this time we can just like we have learned that those methods before, right? And this time when we use it, we just add math at the beginning, and the calculation is exactly the same, like mathematics. And of course, these are all these exponent methods, and the power to compute the power, and SQRT to compute the square root. And also these four methods are used to like round the number. Actually, it's a very confusing sometimes. In the midterm exam, if you have maybe 2 questions about that. Let's see an example. So both these two, math.rint and round, is just convert a number to its nearest integer. But you can see this rint actually give you a double bit, but round give you a integer. So that's very confusing. But that's how Java.
Can you explain further?
So like 3.5 is close to 4, right?
One.
Like
Round it up.
Yeah, round it up, yeah.
You rounded it up. Okay.
Yeah, so both these two methods just to round it to its nearest integer. Except here is a double, a floating point. Although it says rint, but it returns give you a double.
One.
That's defined by Java. Like
Right.
they just define it like this. So also we have these min max to find out the compare two numbers and get the absolute values. So today I will assign the first assignment and post it on Moodle, and you have like basically 10 days to finish that. I will give the exact that deadline for that. So in the assignment, we will have a question using the random to generate a random number. You can see this math.random just gave you a number between 0 and 1. But what if we want to generate a number between 0 and 9? I can just multiply this by 10. And similarly, if it's just between 50 and 99, just plus 50. That's a bunch of ways just using this formula to convert this function to method to any like range you want. So let's see an example. So this is a question from our textbook. So just write a program to get the user get the length from this pentagon and compute the area. You can see the question already gave us the formula. So all we need to do is just finish the program. So before that, I want to show you like when we face a kind of question like this, how we can solve it. Usually we just need to figure out these 3 steps. What is the input and what is the formula and what is the output? That's it. That's the 3 steps, 3 blocks when you write a program. For this question, it's just the input is the length from the center and to the I mean, like I think it's S, right? Yeah, and the formula is this formula, and the input you can see S is used in that, and finally you just need to output the error. So the code for this question is just oh, I didn't have that. I didn't have it. Format them. No, this one. Oh, yeah, this one. Oh, actually, what I just said is wrong. This in that specific formula, they need to sorry. Oh, so yeah, sorry. So the input is R instead S. So we need to compute S first and then use this formula to calculate the area. So yes, just another step. So you can see from the script, the input we get it from using the scanner and get the input. And there are two formulas. The first one compute the site, and the second one compute the area, and just convert that formula to mathematical statements. And finally, we just output the results. Yeah, that's just the way we solve Java coding questions. So yeah, that's all about those predefined mathematical functions. Another thing we learned today is called character and strings. So characters is we know character and we can process it in Java, and the way is just using this single quotation marks. And actually we can even just I mean convert a number into a character just using single quotation marks. String is double quotation. Yeah, that's the difference in Java. In other languages, maybe they don't distinguish single and double quotation marks, and everything is regarded like the similar. But in Java, so they specifically define like this. So and also all these characters and they are saved because our computer only accept binary numbers. So all these characters will be converted to a binary number using either like Unicode or ASCII2. Basically, just two different type of encoding methods. We don't need to know like details about these encoding techniques because we can just use those use a character directly, but I mean the Java will do the conversion for us as a behind. And so I think you have been already learned about this hexadecimal numbering system before, right? It's just instead of like the 10 digits we usually use every day, hexadecimal each bit actually has 16 digits. And the first 10 is similar to decimal system, except the 10 is represented by A, and all the way 15 is represented by F. So where? Oh, so we can see a question. So we can actually convert a hexadecimal number to a decimal number. So the way the idea is just from each bit, we just determine what it is. If it's from zero, I mean, if it's a number between 0 and 9, we can just use it. Otherwise, if it's a character like A, B, C, D, F, we just need to convert that character to a specific number. You can see here, like if that character is between A and F, we just convert it to a decimal value. So otherwise, like if it's just a digit here, it creates digits just will determine if the number is between 0 and 9. If it is, and we can just convert it to a decimal value. And otherwise, the invalid input, because only A, B, C, D, E, F can be used. in hexadigit. Other characters are not in this specific digit system. Yes, that's all the A and F. Let's see. So for example, if a number like in decimal system 11 is just 11, but in hexadigit 11 is B. You just input one character and the system know, oh, this represent 11. And if it's I don't know if you ever so for example, those colors you can see in the system. I mean, computer also have a group of way to represent colors. For example, this specific color is represent here, like 99 BEC8. This is just hexadigit, and the computer just converts this to binary digit and find a specific what kind of color it is and show it on the screen. So basically, these different way to represent color just using in different areas. So usually we can just directly use some method to do this conversion for us, or just copy paste them. For example, this color, I can directly use it in computer like this way. Sorry, not just directly use it like this way, and the computer will convert it to a specific color for us. So yeah, because Unicode is also another way to represent these characters. The first, for example, for character A, for letter A, there is represented by this specific way in Unicode. So we can also just using this to represent a letter. But actually, you need to search the table if you want to using this code. So usually you can. I mean, this seems looks fancy, but just using the original letter with a single quotation mark is recommended. And also for these are the code for the ask2, and these are the code for these characters in Unicode value. So because this each letter also has a specific number in this kind of coding system. Actually, so if we declare a character called ch like it's equals to A, and if we output this, I mean, although this A is a character, but we can plus it to 1 and increase it to B. Like, for example, if we test it on G shell, so char A equals to A, right? And we can just it's yeah, it output my this yeah, like maybe just this way. Oh yes, so this is because I put an integer here, so it just converts the result into an integer. So that's the way like they did this automatic conversion. So but this plus didn't do that automatic conversion, just add another value to this character. I mean, it's still a character after adding that one. So this one output B. But because A is already converted to B, and I plus 1 equals to 99, which I think is should be, yeah. So now B is this character A. Yeah, you can use plus for just increase one. We learned that before, right? We can use plus and plus equals. Plus equals means for example, a plus equals 1 equals to a plus a equals to a plus 1. Yeah, plus plus is just directly add one into that number. So okay. So let's see an example. So this statement, what will be output when we write down this statement? Will it output this now? I mean, this is specific statement. If I input it to G shell or Java, I perform this statement, what will be output onto the screen? Actually, this is the statement we want to output. But actually, if we just do it like this way, it will give us a compile error because, because there is a double quotation mark, and when the program read the line and reach this double quotation mark, it believes the whole thing is finished because there's a one quotation mark here and another here, so it just believes it's finished, and there's still something else, so we'll report an error. Instead, if we want to print out a double quotation mark, we have to use a backslash to make sure the program knows, okay, we don't want to we don't want to end the line, we just want to print out the quotation marks. So yeah, so we just need to do it like this way, and it will output the thing we want to output. But actually, although you can see the table, the quotation mark also has a Unicode value here, which suppose we can also do it like this way. But actually, I tried it for many times and just gave a report an error too. And it could be because of a Java version. Maybe some version of Java support this kind of statement, others don't. But so the suggestion is that only use Unicode when ask2 doesn't have that character. For example, you want to represent some special mathematical characters, and they only have a Unicode. So yeah, but that's yes, just use ask2 if it's yeah. So I like the example I just showed about the hexadecimal conversion. We can actually compare characters because inside the computer they have a specific number to represent them. So so this statement just compare if the character is between capital A and capital Z, which is an uppercase letter, and this is just a lowercase letter and numerical letters. We just need to compare compare it like this way, and we will know the specific where the character is in the range. Yeah, because they have a specific number at the behind, so they can compare the number instead of the characters. We also have these many kind of built-in methods can directly do the conversions, like uppercase, lowercase, sort of thing. So any question about character? So yeah, so similar to character, we have string. It's just a long sentence, a long string, and we just need to use double quotation mark to represent a string. So this is actually a very important idea called reference type. So the previous types we discussed, like integer, double, float, and character, all those are called primitive types. And the string is different. It's called the reference types. You will learn in 1047 like what the difference between these two. But you only need to know that for string we need to use it similar to scanner. We will show that later. What's the difference? So yes. This is also very confusing. Like even though there's only one character here, but if you enclose it with double quotation mark, it will be regarded as a string. And this is this is the character. It is a single quotation mark. String has these functions, and you can just use it directly, like the length and concat, and also convert it all to the uppercases. So yeah, for example, this one you just convert the uppercase capital W to small w, and this is all uppercases. And so yeah, and also the train method will remove the white space characters, like a blank space.
Sure. This is all recorded, right?
Yeah. Like you don't understand?
Yeah, a lot of things.
Oh, so yeah, so for example, this method you don't need to remember them. You just need, for example, I have a question like convert something into uppercase cases. Okay, I can just search Java method for conversion, and you give it to you and use it directly. So and also we can directly get the length of the string using message. Using dot length, because we save the string into a message, and we can just use dot length to get it. And also we can, because string is saved in memory like this way, like a list of things, and the index from 0 to its length -1. Like this character length is 15, and the last index to be 14. So we can just using the index to get the character at a specific location. So character at 14 is just the last character in this string. So then what do you think if this statement will output? It will output an error, because although the length is although its length is 15, but the last index is 14. So if you get 15, there's nothing 15 here. Yeah, it will report an error. So yeah, so this is like we just learned that string is a thing called a reference type, which means if you use any kind of method related to a string, you have to do it like this way, like message, like this is a variable for message, and message dot length, not just in math. Like for math, you can just directly using that methods functions directly, but for this kind of instance object, you have to use this dot length. So anyway, this is also some functions we will learn in 1047. And also concatenations, and yeah, basically just concatenate several strings together. So Scanner also has method for string manipulation. So actually, yeah, that's also one thing. It's very weird. So for example, Scanner offer next and next line to get the strings, but next will ignore anything before after the first blank space, white space. So this one just capture Jarvis because there's a blank space. But this next line will just record everything you type in, no matter what the character there is. Java doesn't give you a specific. Scanner doesn't have a specific method for character. So some students, when they do labs, they will say next character or next char. We thought this is the way, but actually to input a character, you need to get next dot char at 0, because it's like we input a string, but that string only has one character, which is at the index 0. So that's a little bit confusing. Sure. So Hmm? What? Hmm. Oh, um, okay. So yeah, this is a script like I use scanner to input a string and save it into SS and output SS. So, but like I just actually just make an if I just change it to character, it will report an error because next line just accept uh, string, not character. So let's see if we set next char. Yeah, it's of an error too, and it's because there's no next char. So the way should be, you can see that we can use this one. This time, if we just if we output, because this is like input a string, but only get the first character. And yeah, that's the script we just say. Need to find each character and convert it to a decimal number. Um, so string has offered these kind of comparisons for us, like but actually uh, we might only maybe use some of them, like equals determine if two strings are the same, and compare to determine which one is larger than. Here, like you can um, so compare to actually compares like based on the alphabetic letter, alphabetic order. So that's a way that can compare like which string is larger or which one is smaller. Uh, so yeah, like a string, one string is greater than another is just because their alphabetic order is greater. So yeah, like we can compare the string on the same. And also we can use a equal sign or just use a equals from method. So let's see a bonus question. Um, so we input two cities and we want to output them in an alphabetic order by their names. Um, there's a comparison here. How should we finish this code? What should be written down over there? Um, so we will give one bonus points for, I mean, for. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's the answer. Yeah, just the string can like the first one compared to the other, and you will get the alphabetic order. So and also we have this method called substring. Just basically just giving the index, get substring from the string. Actually, yeah, there are many functions that can be used to manipulate a string. But yeah, just when you need some kind of analyze just search online. Usually Java already provide that function for you, and we can just use it directly. So yeah, we can also search to check if a string is within like a system. String is within another string. This is important. For example, this person's name is in the student system, and we want to search all the people like his first name is King, and this will just do the calculation for you, like check if it's a substring. If it is, all the it will return the full name. So this way, the system will just output everyone with a first name King to the screen and for you to further analyze them. So string actually is very a fundamental skills in every programming languages, because nowadays when they train these language models, this read everything is a string, like even it's a number or a formula, everything is just input is string. So so let's see another bonus question. So for example, if we generate a 2-digit random number and ask the user to input another like a number he want to guess, and this is just like a lottery, like a simple version of lottery. This time we only guessed one 2-digit number. So we want, if the guess is exactly match the random number we generate, we will give him a word like 10,000. If it matches the digit, but the sequence, I mean the order is different, we give him like 3,000. Otherwise, if the user only gets one correct digit, we give him 1,000. So it's so although the input is numbers, but we can just use string manipulation to solve this kind of task. So yeah, this is like the code we can do. So the lottery is like we just generate a random number and save the digit in each save the number in each digit, and the user input his guess, and we get the guess. I mean the digit at index 0 and index 1, just the digit in each. The number in each digit. So now we need to do some comparison to see if it's exact match or if match on just the digit, but this order is different. So yeah, I will give 2 bonus points for this question. Think about you already have the guess number and the original like random generated number. All you have to do is compare like if they are the same. How can we finish this coding question?
So the first one, if you have to compare the gaslight 1 and gaslight 2, so put them both and you compare them.
Yes, can you give me the exact what we are
Guess digit 2, and then this is the symbol for like compare. This would be like this.
let's see, it's a
And
model and
then a
then
line number.
okay.
And then it would be guess digit 2.
Gas digit to what? Yeah, gas digit to the what?
Guess digit guess chart index 1.
Index. Yes, no, okay.
Almost got it.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, I can give you that. I think you know what it is. How about the second line? I think the second line.
The second one.
Yeah, second.
Lot you will compare lot 1 by gas digit 1 and gas lot digit 2 by
No, not for the second one. Then that's a result for the first line.
yeah.
In the second, else is
We compare both of the live plot. You're talking about
So this one is match all the digits, but the order is different. Like if the user input 1 5, the result is 5 1. Like the number is the same, but the order is not the same.
So will like match a lot be one by casting.
So logic.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, he got it. Okay. So see the
Like logic we need one and guess one we need two. Logic we need two.
Yeah, so the results is just like this. The first kind of thing is like exact match, so we can just use equals to determine. If it's true, it means it's exactly the same. And otherwise, it means the digit, I mean, the number is the same, but the order is different. So it means the second one equals to the first one equal to the second one. So and the third situation is a little bit more complicated. It's just only one digit is the same, and we just I mean, which means it has all these 4 conditions. So yeah, that's the way we do this kind of comparison.
So it's like if I had to say, it would be close bracket 1, then comma like 2 dots, and then 2 close bracket.
Yeah. So yeah, finally, yeah. So Java also we have already finished most of the things. So this is the last thing we want to discuss today. So Java has this function to like format the output. For example, this is a large number, and we've just like you already. So for example, if we just do it directly, the original, like if we output all the digits after the decimal point, but maybe we just want to keep like 16.40. We don't want to keep all the other numbers. So a way is to using this called formatted output. So the first 4 determine like how many numbers we want to represent, and 2 is like how many numbers after the decimal point we want to output. Finally, F means it's a floating point, so it's not an integer. So let's see. Yeah, for example, here if we just using it like this way, we output in total 4 numbers and 2 after the decimal point, and that's the way we format the output. So for different, for example, for different variable, like for character, it has this percentage C, and for floating points for percentage F, and also for string percentage S. And so if we just use percentage F and we didn't say how many things we want to output, the default is 6 digit. So after the decimal point. Yeah, that's all about today. Any question about these things? Yeah, so we learned many functions, but actually,
I want to send you an email.
yeah,
And when times are you available to ask you?
weekdays.
Weekdays.
Yeah, you can do that during the week. I check. I mean, even on weekend, I don't check the new regularly. Weekdays.
Is there, when we go to a science or test, is there any way we can like, you look at your test assignment and test, when we don't take them just because of.
Oh, yeah, that's actually I leave a few examples. Yes, I leave a few examples after the slide. I will upload this slide. For example, this is a question from the textbook, and yeah, just the character comparison and convert the numbers into, I think it's either to lowercase letter and displays. Oh yeah, so it's like because each number has like a 3 different like a letter there. So this program just gave A what is the corresponding number is 2 here, like this
So
way.
in fact, string, integer to string.
Yeah. So yeah, these are the examples at the behind. You can just think about it how to solve it. But of course, it's just for practice. So also this is another example, like given a year, a month, how many days there. It can be all can be solved in today's like using today's knowledge we learn. And also another one, and so oh, oops. That's the assignment. Actually, yeah, for just like I said, like we can use random numbers to generate a number between 1 and 12, and then based on the numbers, it output the corresponding amount. Yeah, that's one of the assignment question. I will upload the assignment question today, and yeah, so we have 10 days to finish everything.